How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my 1997 Mazda MX-5. I was just recording a video on replacing the interior of my car, so like door cards and the top, etc, etc, etc. Unfortunately, I came across quite an issue in that part of the fastenings hadn't been sent to me, and so now that I can't do that job and I'm gonna have to sit here with a bare bones door for a little while, I thought I'd do the one other thing that I was going to do instead, which is replace my steering wheel, which you guys have been harassing me about for so long. Now, I actually personally don't really have a problem with this steering wheel. I'm very happy with it. I think it's really nice. It's the standard MOMO one that comes on the MX-5s, but you guys have been having a go at me, so it is time to change it. So let's go and have a look at what I've bought. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So check this out. This is the thing I've been waiting for a very long time, or something I've been thinking about buying for a really, really long time. It is the MOMO Prototipo 8C wheel. So fully carbon fiber, if it goes in there, yeah, very nice. Yeah, fully carbon fiber wheel with the leather surround as well. So yeah, something I really wanted, was way overpriced, but I just thought it was worth it for this build. Plus, I really think it's going to match the rest of the carbon fiber interior. We'll just see how it goes. And alongside that, I've got this, the Works Bell Boss Kit, which is for MX-5s that also have airbags. So you can use these to kind of stop the airbag light coming on, basically. So I will now take these outside and try to fit them onto the car. So step one, remove the battery. And the reason why you need to do this is because obviously you don't want the airbag blowing up in your face or doing anything stupid, so by disconnecting it from the battery, none of that bad stuff will happen. All you need is a 10mm socket or spanner. Just loosen the bit that tightens it onto the terminal, pull it off, and just put it nice and out of the way so it doesn't at any point accidentally go back in and touch. Step two, we now have to remove 4 individual bolts from in here. So you've got one there, and then I'm sure I've got a couple more somewhere else. Not actually sure where. I'll find them. Maybe it might just be 2 of them, in fact, on this one, but either way, I need to remove this one here, and then I need to remove another one just around here. And just for your reference, these are also 10mm, so literally use the same socket you just used on the battery to pull these off. On this, it was, by the way, just the 2 of them, not 4. But I have seen other wheels that have had more bolts to undo. So as you can see, yes, you just pop the little sockets out, which are in here, and then on my one, I only had to remove 2, but on someone, I had to remove 4 bolts instead. So now, theoretically, I should be able to lift the airbag directly out of its slot, and that is happening absolutely perfectly. Very good. As you can see, the airbag is still connected in here. If I just made that focus, yeah, so just about in there, it's still connected. So I need to just undo this clip very quickly. So attach this little cable assembly. You'll see a red one, which is actually the horn, which is already attached to the steering wheel itself, and the other one is the airbag. You need to remove both of them either way, so just clip those both off, and then you can remove the airbag altogether. Not gonna lie, I'm not a huge fan of handling these because they do feel like they could be bombs in your hand. Now, once that's off, you need to take off the actual wheel itself. So apparently this is quite difficult, so give me a moment to try. Oh, hang on, might engage steering lock for this. Oh, no, easy. That feels like it's been done before. Everyone always complains that's really tough to do, like really, really difficult. But I recommend just getting a 1/2-inch drive and it becomes relatively simple. Let me get a smaller one now. So then the next step is to remove the steering wheel. Now, I recommend leaving the bolt just slightly on so that you don't end up pulling the steering wheel off and clarting yourself in the face. But the best thing to do here is to just punch the steering wheel really hard on one side, and it kind of unseats all of the splines. Then it becomes quite easy to remove. So I didn't quite catch it on camera, so apologies for that. Once you've done that, then you need to plug in the relevant wires in order to blank off the airbag and also get the horn working as well. So let me show you that. Okay, so now that that's all in place, one thing that I've now done is put these wires here. So these are the green ones with a sort of female end on them, or you know, connector end on them, and then also this one here that also connects in like that. So this side here is the horn, and this side here is the airbag. So what this does here, it's a 2 ohm resistor, and it blanks off the airbag so that it no longer shows the airbag light. And then this one here is literally just, yeah, to go straight into the horn. It also comes with 2 other ones, so this is a bit confusing. It comes with this as well, and also this. And now I assume these are for different MX-5s, i.e. ones that didn't have this blue shroud stuff here, but that's fine. I don't need those right now, I don't think. This one here is going to plug into the horn on the steering wheel, and I'm going to now put this back onto the car as well. So all pretty self-explanatory. One thing I would want to note though is obviously you need to make sure that your clock spring is nice and centered and pointing upwards, and that is going to now align with the pointing up on this as well, so that should all line up nicely. One other point I wanted to mention with the Works Bell boss kit as well is that this very nicely goes onto there, enabling this shroud here to actually fit into the back of it. So other boss kits don't necessarily do that. This one enables you to kind of keep that shroud and not have to play around with it at all. And just to double check on that whole airbag light thing, I've just plugged the battery back in. So you're going to put that on. You can see the airbag light is on over here. It should probably turn off in a couple of seconds. There we go. So the airbag light has gone off. That means that we have done the job correctly so far. Now this should be relatively easy. You should align the arrow on the clock spring, the yellow bit, with the arrow on the boss kit, and that should just make sure that you are perfectly aligned and straight with the steering wheel. Once you've done that, you need to just push it into place and then put the cable assembly for the horn and airbag back in behind the boss kit, put on that rubber shroud as well just to cover it all over, and the little cable for the horn should come through the boss kit, stick out the front so that it can be put onto your new horn button. Now it's time to fit the steering wheel on, so obviously just line it up again with that upwards arrow on the top end here. Gonna just put this into place now using the points provided by MOMO themselves, so hopefully this should be nice and easy. MOMO very kindly provide you with an Allen key to do this as well, so nice and easy, just 6 Allen key bolts. Literally simple as that. As you can see, that is a MOMO Prototipo wheel in place. For just get it nice and straight. That is literally on and in place. So obviously I tightened up the central nut. I've tightened up all of these ones around the outside of the wheel as well using the very handily provided Allen key. Now I just need to fit the horn on, which is just going to plug into this. For this is a simple case of attaching that cable that you brought through the boss kit previously and attaching it onto the horn button where there's a little tab for it at the back. And finally, it's a case of just shoving this back into there, and hopefully this should all work. We will find out in a matter of seconds, I'm sure. Just literally push the button into place and make sure it locks in nice and tight. So now I'm just going to put the battery back in, and hopefully now this should all work, horn and all. Let's actually... Oh, it's on. Airbag light's currently on, and the airbag light is off. Perfect, that is so good. Oh, yes! Job well done. Now hopefully this is actually straight, because I have no idea whether I got this on straight or not, but we will find out. So here you can see a little bit of footage of me driving the car around. As you can see, the car does drive perfectly well. It's all nice and straight. My one problem is the moment the car's tracking alignment is actually slightly off, so I need to get the tracking alignment sorted in the next couple of weeks and then just double check that the steering wheel is still straight, and it may not be. If that's the case, then I'll literally just pull it off and mess around with it until it is nice and straight again, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Either way, I do think it looks really good in there, and when I've got the rest of the carbon fibre that is coming onto the car and should have been on already, but obviously not because I had a few problems, I'm going to be, yes, very pleased. I think it's going to look really good inside this car. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. The wheel is on the car. I've just taken it for its first drive, as you've just seen. Yeah, feels good. Very happy with it. Probably have to make a couple of adjustments, but all in very good. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video or learned something new, do remember to hit the like button, subscribe as well if you're new. And as always, thank you very much to the patrons, as always, for their continued support. And to you guys as well for watching. I'll see you in the next one.